Good morning, Borneo. Waking up early in the morning, seeing the sun rising in the horizons of Miri. It feels like it's going to be a special day. Today, another prominent anak Borneo. But where will we be diving? What adventures are we seeking? Stay tuned. Borneo Dive. As the sun rises, the city of Miri comes alive with various activities. Known as a major hub in the international petroleum industry, Miri also retains the traditional cultural identity of its local residents. When visiting Miri, every tourist must experience the lively Tamu markets, held only on weekends. This traditional market gathers ethnic groups from all around Miri, united by a single purpose. Their aim is to sell village produce to supplement their income and sustain their livelihoods. The Tamu market in Miri typically operates every Saturday and Sunday. Early in the morning, vendors are already busy selling and the market is bustling with visitors. Rich in forest produce, the market offers various types of vegetables and forest herbs, essential ingredients for traditional dishes. These forest produce are usually harvested by the villagers themselves. Some forest vegetables, like wild banana shoots, are unfamiliar to those from Peninsular Malaysia. In addition to vegetables, the market also sells river produce such as fish, giant freshwater prawns, and mud crabs. Prices are significantly lower compared to those in the peninsula. Thus, it's no surprise that this market is a popular spot for obtaining fresh seafood aside from other daily markets. After exploring the Tamu market, we embark on our Borneo dive mission. In this episode, we are joined by a Sarawak native who was once a radio presenter and is now active as a corporate event host. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and you could see that people have started going around in their daily activities. Well, as they said, the earliest bird catches the fattest worm. Now, we're going to go diving, so it doesn't have anything to do with worms. But this guess of mine, if you grew up listening to the airwaves of Sarawak, you'll definitely have listened or heard her voice. She's an avid diver, she's an anak Borneo. Ladies and gentlemen, Natasha Juan.
Hi, Baki.
How's it going, you?
Good, great
Selamat
to
pagi.
be here. Selamat pagi.
Oh wow, you're looking all fresh early in the morning, man.
Have to. I'm in an interview with you. Must.
Okay, let's talk about Natasha. Natasha, you've been in this industry in Borneo for how many years now?
I think 15.
15 years?
Yeah, I started off with singing,
Okay.
live band,
Okay.
and then after that I graduated and I was an intern
Okay.
in a radio station.
Okay.
And within 3 days I heard my voice on the radio, and that was the beginning of my radio journey.
All right. And how long was radio?
Radio was about 9.
9 years?
Yeah.
But most of the things that you've been doing has all been concentrating in Borneo.
Yeah,
in Borneo,
most
be it
definitely.
Sarawak and Sabah, yeah, and mostly in Kuching.
Yes.
Why look at this and not look at the bigger picture or the bigger world where you want to step out?
I think I'm just always just so attached to home.
Right.
You know, some people might think that it's you gotta discover the world.
Yeah.
But I do that by traveling.
Yeah.
But I still tend to always still want to be close to my family.
Yeah.
I just always feel that if anything happens to them, I would want to still
Be here,
be here.
be
yeah.
there for them.
Yeah.
Okay, speak about family. Let's talk about your heritage.
My mom is Chinese.
Okay.
My dad is Iban.
Okay.
So I've got the best of both worlds.
Right.
But it has recently added a sister-in-law who is Malay as
Okay.
well. The thing I love about this whole mixture is that I get to celebrate Christmas, Hari Gawai, Hari Raya,
Yeah.
and also Tahun Baru Cina.
Yeah,
So
right.
celebrating 4 right
Okay.
now. Yeah.
And that's the beauty about being in Sarawak, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being in Borneo, where cultural differences is actually not something that deters you, but binds you closer.
Exactly.
Let's talk about you and diving. How, why, when?
I wasn't actually in a very good place mentally. And for me, every single time I feel that way, do something that you're afraid to do.
Okay.
So that's what I did. I always had the fear of the open water. So I went to my first ever dive. This was open water. And I was a panic diver. I'm not even ashamed to say that because the first time I was underwater, I literally was like that.
Okay.
And I just wanted to go up. I don't want this. I don't want this. But then as soon as the instructor said, okay, you know what? Let's go up. I just kicked once. And next thing you know, I'm on the surface already. I'm like, what was I so afraid about? That's
Yeah.
silly.
Right.
Went back to the dive center a little bit, really upset with myself. I'm like, no, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. And I told them I want to do this again. And then I actually let go of all my fear. Once I got to overcome that,
Yeah.
there's no stopping me
No
anymore.
turning back?
No turning back. I just look forward to it again and again and again and again because it's magical, don't you think?
It is. So we're going to bring you to a very magical place. The first dive is going to be called Kenyalang Wreck. Have you been there?
I have been there actually. Yeah.
You like it?
I love it.
But I think one thing I like what you just said just now, and it's going to happen in the Kenyalang Wreck. The first time is always scary. It's like the first time if you step into a new environment, if you're not from Borneo, you step into Borneo, you feel it's scary. But once you realize it, it's magical.
Was that what you felt?
Yeah.
Like, were you actually like wary about Bornean waters?
You do not want to know where I have tread. Okay, let's string up. And then after that, we're going to head on to Kenyalang.
Okay.
A dive in Miri is incomplete without witnessing the beauty of the former oil rig, now transformed into a thriving marine habitat on the seafloor. Stay tuned. Early in the morning, we were set and ready at the marina. This is the only access point for diving in the waters around Miri.
Okay, so good morning. Let me intro myself. I am your dive guide today. I am Wilson. I will be leading the dive today. So for the first dive, we'll be going to Kenyalang Wreck.
Before diving, it is crucial to inspect all equipment to ensure it is in optimal conditions. The trip from the jetty to Kenyalang Wreck takes about an hour. The weather conditions are favorable, allowing for high visibility.
So let's put on your white belt, dislock your mask, and prepare the gear ups.
After the briefing, Natasha and I ready to dive at the Kenyalang Wreck, eager to experience its beauty up close.
Go!
Natasha has a profound love for nature, whether it's the beauty of forest and marine life. For her, nature provides tranquility and a deeper appreciation for a simpler way of life. Despite being relatively new to scuba diving, she has already explored the waters around Pulau Tioman and Sampurna. Natasha believes that the beauty of the sea offers a completely different perspective. The underwater world is more serene and free from the noisy hustle and bustle of everyday life.
I think diving is something that actually gives me silence my mind, because it kind of gets a little loud in my mind sometimes, and I found that when I go diving, everything just pauses. My mind just concentrates on what is present, and especially at this time where everyone is just doom scrolling, everything is going so fast, we're just talking about the future or even the past. It's so hard for us to stay present, but when you dive, I literally feel so calm because all I listen to is me breathing, and then all the beautiful underwater creatures just doing their own thing. I mean, I don't know how to describe it if you haven't dived yet, but it's just something that it means a lot to me.
Kenyalang Wreck is an artificial reef diving site. Divers who have visited often describe it as one of the most beautiful dive sites in the Borneo Islands. Kenyalang Wreck is part of the Rig to Reef Baram 8 project, which involves two major oil companies in Sarawak, converting oil rigs into artificial reefs. This is the first project of its kind in Sarawak and has shown very positive developments. As evidence, the area has become a nursery for various types of fish to seek shelter and find food.
So this time around, we went to one dive site called Kenyalang Wreck. I've been to Kenyalang Wreck before. One thing that left such a deep impression was the fact that there were so many different types of pelagic and non-pelagic fishes, calling Kenyalang Wreck home. So I was excited. This time around, as we dived into the waters of Kenyalang Wreck, I had about a good 4 to 5 meters of visibility. From a good 10 meters, you were able to see the top of the wreck. And as we swim down, different types of pelagics started swimming up. There was jacks swimming up and down. You name it, you have it all there in the Kenyalang Wreck.
Miri stands out as one of the pioneer destinations in Sarawak for scuba diving. This distinction owes much to the allure of its seabed and the exceptional underwater clarity compared to other regions in Sarawak. The Kenyalang Wreck easily rivals islands in Sabah due to its wealth of treasures and diverse marine life. Witnessing the teeming population of fish and vibrant corals of the Kenyalang Wreck left both Natasha and me awestruck. The intricate display of soft and hard corals adorning this artificial reef, along with its mesmerizing collections of gorgonian, seaweeds, anemones, sponges, and crinoids, is truly breathtaking.
Okay, so today we went to Kenyalang Wreck, and what we saw a really huge grouper. That was the first thing I did first thing I saw when I descended. And then after that, there were lots of angelfish. I think during the first dive in Kenyalang Wreck, it was like high traffic, so everybody was doing their things. You can hear them nipping on all the corals and whatever they're eating on. And oh, we saw sea snakes. We saw a lot of sea snakes.
Going to 21 meters and having sea snakes come up to me. I'm not a very big fan of sea snakes, and I'm sure they don't like me too. But anyhow, that literally freaked me out, and I was telling myself, oh no, we're gonna do this again, But what was beautiful today was the fact that the visibility was just gorgeous. I felt like a leprechaun chasing that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, where a storm of jacks just swam towards me. MashaAllah, that was just amazing. Kenyalang Wreck is magnificent and majestic. It literally reminds me of that beautiful hornbill that calls Sarawak home.
Leisurely savouring every moment of beauty, we made sure to capture this exquisite memory with our personal cameras. The experience was incredibly enjoyable, with a 50-minute dive felt all too brief. With the first dive that truly lived up to expectations, and it stands as the optimal choice among over 20 dive sites in the Miri area. More adventure awaits, so stay tuned. Our first dive took place at the artificial reef, followed by a visit to Eve's Garden. It's regarded as one of the essential sites for divers in Miri.
So welcome to Eve's Garden. So the Eve's Garden, the average depth is about 4 to 6 meters. Because this is a very big reef and I'm not so sure about the visibility down here today. Let's find out later. So for exit boat entry water, we can do either a back row or a giant strike. So get into the water. Yeah, we assemble at the front at mooring line there. So once everyone is at the line, then we descend together, follow the line down. Okay. If no questions, you can begin to defog your mask, put on your wet belt, and also you can change your tank. Okay, so once everyone ready, then you can get up and get into the water.
Okay.
Okay? Right. Okay, ready?
Let's go.
Rack on. Go.
This time, the depth ranges from 5 to 8 meters. Wilson also notes that the topography at Eve Garden is notably diverse. Overall, each diving location holds and promises of uniqueness as is brimming with surprises. As we descend into the sea, the view from above reveals rocky terrains. Amidst this, various species of hard and soft coral thrives. Natasha pursues her interest in observing and discovering large marine life and various types of corals. Conversely, I search for marine worms on sandy floors and rocky surfaces. Through research, it's reported that almost 40 species of marine worms have been discovered among diving sites in Miri. It has also become a favorite dive spot for underwater photography.
Now the second dive, we went to Eve's Garden. The first time I've been there with both a wide angle or action cam to be doing little small creatures. But this time around I told myself, let's leave the action cam. We're going to concentrate in doing macro shots because this place is heaven. It's everywhere. And of course, what really got to me was as I was busy looking for my little creatures, I never expected. I saw a shadow swim past and I tilted my head and there was this majestic creature. Humphead swimming across gracefully. That was majestic. And I told myself, why did I not bring my action cam? And all I could have done was to take that down using this as memory.
This mission to search for sea slugs demands keen eyesight due to their small size. However, for lovers of microscopic life like myself, capturing the movement of sea slugs brings a satisfaction that words cannot express. It's a stark contrast to documenting the behavior of large marine creatures. During my time at Eve Garden, I had the opportunity to observe and record several types of sea slugs. Meanwhile, Natasha revealed in the undisturbed beauty of vibrant coral life. Seeing healthy corals in various hues is the ultimate therapy for Natasha Juan.
Once I started diving, I started to respect all these marine life. I started to understand how their life goes underwater. It's not as easy as it is, you know? So definitely diving has been, It has changed my life, not just underwater, but as a whole. It taught me to be much more patient. It taught me to be calm, because when you breathe, if you panic, you'll probably just ascend faster. So I've learned a lot just by diving as well. And it's something that I will always say is one of my favorite activities in my life.
In the final 10 minutes of our dives, we gracefully glided through areas adorned with soft coral landscapes and staghorn formations. These areas serves as vital nurseries for small fishes. After exploring Kenyalang Wreck and now beholding the splendor of Eve Garden, it's not far-fetched to envision Miri becoming a coveted destination for scuba diving lovers. Healthy coral reefs, unique marine life, and a diverse array of micro and macro species comprises a captivating allure for both novice and seasoned divers. For Natasha and me, every moment spent on the ocean floor is a cherished experience. Miri's marine treasure is a trove of abundant with riches. Below its surface lies a wealth of petroleum, while its azure waters harvest a breathtaking panorama teeming with nearly 1,000 species of corals and marine life.
Sarawak, the homeland of the hornbills. Who would have ever thought that it would have dive sites or underwater treasures that is so suitable for divers from different levels of diving? Meeting the boys in Miri, who has always wanted to put Miri on the world's diving map. A voice that's constantly being heard around Borneo, Natasha Juan, and her love and her dedication in putting Borneo di atas mata dunia. Wow, you see that? That's off the shores of Miri. I'm sure there's more wonderful dive sites that waits for Borneo Dive.